this computer. Hello, welcome everybody to the knowledge-based workshop. It's April, and yeah, today we are going to organize some items. But before we do, what does knowledge-based workshop do? So at the very beginning, we had process code sessions where we realized, well, we don't really have a great way to share everything what we do here and make it clear understanding how is Ambassador program working. We did have a Gitbook page, so that was like, okay, let's just gather our information, make sense of it, and then organize the Gitbook in a way that allows access to all of these activities and information we are providing. And this has been quite a challenge. We took like a system thinking and cognitive architecture as the main basis. How do we organize all of these assets? So at the beginning, we collected a lot of assets. So if you zoom out, you can see there are a bunch of these sticky notes, which all lead to some kind of document or some kind of collection of documents that is produced in Ambassador program. And over the rest of the stuff, we've been basically have a process planning here. Like we collected them, then we started formatting them, kind of making sense, analyzing them, what is valuable information to share in Gitbook, and some are like temporary items. And through this analysis and review process, and we basically started organizing them now into this cognitive architecture. And final step will be to moving to Gitbook. We have done some of that, but most of this stuff is like in months ahead. And yeah, the final stage of reviews is also to opening up the workgroup to share that system to other networks and have some expert opinions from other people who like doing programs and these kinds of grant funding style ambassador programs or programs in general. So in short, our context, aggregating ambassador program assets and relevant information under Gitbook. We do have rewards that are proposal and that you can go into. I've added it in each of agenda now. So there is a bit.ly link that leads the proposal. If you zoom out on the Miro board, there is also roles and resource allocation window that includes the proposal. And that has onboarding information, some videos you can check. So it has quite some different things. So if you're interested, that should give you quite a good into this workgroup. So yeah, now going to the next step about Miro updates based on the last session. We did some changes on like the way we are turning like this weekly milestones or like weekly sessions. So keeping always like our focus on center, and now the history is going basically upwards. So after 4 meetings again, all the block will move upwards again. And again, when we last time talked about how can we improve our onboarding, we shit, people are waiting. I'm gonna make Felix post. And then where I was. Yeah, so basically improved this agenda itself so that we have easier access to that stuff, and created one onboarding process also to have like a clarity of where people are coming. So mainly are like calendar and ambassador town hall where this is shared, and then Discord. If anybody else is doing sharing or like peer-to-peer invites to this workgroup, that's amazing. And maybe we could add that, but these are like the main like tools that get people here. And we use Zoom for basically all of this to push this workgroup forward, and asynchronous Discord activities to do stuff. And in the session, so basically each Zoom, you get access through Zoom to these sessions. Yes.
A quick question in live chat from Nobi. He's asking, he's currently not in his PC and Miro is not really mobile friendly. Can he participate asynchronously in the workshops?
Yeah, you definitely can. Miro board in sessions are used for moving stuff around, so you can listen in. Today is a Miro board heavy session. However, what in a sense of asynchronously today, if you were just listening and see how we're working, maybe that gives you an insight. How can we make it asynchronous? So today's one topic will be to make this activity we do today asynchronous. So yeah, every work group I think in Mombasa program has this opportunity for asynchronous work and synchronous work. But yeah, it goes like back and forth. Okay, cool. So moving on from the onboarding stuff, end of the session, we now have this onboarding feedback form. So if there are new people here and who has not used that feedback form, then I can drop it already here. And so if I forget it at the end of session, and that also is basically where we get these ideas how to improve our onboarding and make it more seamless. Yeah, and finally, it leads to asynchronous tasks we just mentioned. But in the proposal, it kind of gives the high level of what are the asynchronous tasks and how do we get to them. And also had an insight here from the keyword people that this is a different thing, but they are like the way Deaver people is running is very similar how actually Space is running in a terms of how are like Deaver tasks organized, and we have like the collections, we have templates for them in Deaver if you want to do. Mostly I can help to create them, but at some point this is also like a place to learn self-governance, so you can create your own tasks. And on Miro board themselves, we have this meeting windows that are yellow, greens that are active boards where we do stuff, constantly stuff change, and then the red window boards where like documentation is. If we zoom out, we have some documentation, meeting notes up here, and then active boards. Yep, that will be it for the quick onboarding and Miro board updates. I'm going to stop the recording.